Alright, good morning. This is September the 13th. I missed opening day for two reasons. One, it slipped up on me, and another one is that I got a little bit of a sore throat. I didn't feel like going, but I'm 3 days into the sore throat and I'm feeling a little better. Now, if you notice my position, sitting here on the ground on a towel. I can shoot actually better this way than I can standing up. I'm sitting on my left foot and my right knee is out like this. Quite comfortable for me. I know a lot of people can't get in this position, but I can. I can also sit on my heels like this. And that's what I tend to do, is to go back and forth to keep from getting my leg going to sleep or getting a cramp. What has this got to do with anything? Well, I'm going to shoot a few arrows. I have recently come across some videos on YouTube suggesting that I have been shooting too far back on a deer. And after watching those videos, I believe that they're right. Take a picture of the deer, Debbie. Now that right there is where you can see where I normally concentrate. What I've seen is that it would be better to hit the deer from the more to the left. There's not actually a bone there like you think there is. That's why I was taught that straight up from the leg was a bone, but apparently that's not true. Let's see if I can put one. I believe this information. Take a picture of that one. That's on the left side of the hole that I had created in that deer. That would be as far to the right as you would want to go. Let me put another one. I'll try to go even more left of there. According to the information that I've seen on YouTube, that's about as good as you can get right there. It would be safer to be a little higher. Let me swing another one down there. That probably would be perfect right there. Swing a couple more. Right there. And talk about that. Okay, I've been hunting deer a long time, since I was a teenager. And I always thought that this was going to get you into a bone right here. But apparently the bone goes like this into the scapula. And there's a hole right here. The deer leg bone goes up here and then works back. So this would actually be the perfect shot. This one right here, this one would be too far back. Although that'll kill a deer there, no problem. This one is very nice. This one is perfect. Whoa, you see, I killed him. His whole little thing. So this hole that I've created back here is really should be about here. So I'm training myself now to do that. Now this one right here, that's probably a heart shot right there. You might want to check that out. There's some guys out there that have got some anatomically correct deer dummies that they show you this. Anywhere back from here is going to get you into the guts. Not that you won't get them, but this hole, from what I'm hearing, should be there. Okay, now, you can probably tell my voice is a little bit raspy because I've been having some kind of a 3-day thing here in my throat. My wife got it too, but not quite as bad. But I can tell you this, it could be a lot worse. I can stand this. Was it COVID? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm still kicking. But why am I sitting on the ground? I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Alright, this opens up a whole new subject or a whole new way of looking at bow hunting. I measured it a few minutes ago. I'm 3 feet tall sitting here like this. I've got a range of motion from here, no problem, all the way to here like this, no problem. That's quite a range of motion, comfortable range of motion. I can sit here with my bow resting right here. My hand is only inches away. If I have to, I can make a pretty quick shot. If I'm standing up, I'm going to create quite a bit more profile for the deer to see. I can sit this way very still and turn nothing but my head. I can't shoot over there, but I can see over there. That's as far as I can go this way. But I can go all the way over to there, no problem. Right there is comfortable. I want to talk about this sport of deer hunting. It's a sport. It's not about getting meat. That makes no sense in our economy. I'm holding $500 right here just with this. $500 is a lot of meat if you go to the store and buy it. Good meat. It's not about meat. It's a sport. A sport is something that you enjoy. Nowadays, it's gotten so complicated, bow hunting and rifle hunting. You've got to drag a tree stand around. You've got to set up a ground blind. It's so complicated. It's so expensive. And I would argue that the fun of the sport is being erased by the complication. This is a sport. I'm actually enjoying this sport right now. This is fun. Watching the arrows fly. This is a big part of this sport right here. Not only is the tree stands and the ladder stands and the pop-up blinds and all of that stuff, the compound bows, the crossbows. This is archery right here. You could even do better. You could make your own. But this is getting close to the real sport right here. If I'm watching the wind direction, have some kind of a way to check the wind direction, and I'm moving through the woods in that direction, whichever, if the wind's blowing this way, and I'm doing it very slowly, and I'm getting low to the ground, and the places where I stop are going to be places that look like I would have a good cover. A tree at my back, maybe some low bushes, whatever. You just look and say, that looks like a good place to stop. And just be quiet. When I look back through the years, some of my most memorable memories are doing this right here, where I found a really nice trail in a kind of a thick place, and I would ease along that trail. I knew the deer was coming. They're going to come one way or the other. It's a good trail. It's early morning, just breaking daylight. And sitting there. Now, I didn't get the deer, but I got a memory that I'll never forget. The trail came and turned right where I was sitting. And a humongous buck was moving along that trail, and I mean moving fast. He was not picking his way. And I found myself eyeball to eyeball with that deer, 6 or 7 yards away. Now, because I wasn't a good enough hunter, I wasn't ready. I was sitting there probably daydreaming instead of being ready. And I was eyeball to eyeball with the best buck I've ever seen. And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. He doesn't know what I am. I'm in full view of him. He doesn't know what this lump is in his trail. I should have been ready. I should have had my hand on my bow, sitting there, ready. I should have been watching and paying attention, and I'd have been ready. I wasn't, but the memory will be with me. That's the sport of bow hunting. It's not about the meat. You're losing money that way. You'd be way better off to do something else and go get you some meat. Not to buy all this stuff. This right here is a sport. And I see people obsessed with getting meat. Okay, if my family gets hungry, and I don't have any meat, I'm not going to be shooting a bow. I'm going to be shooting a 243. And it's probably going to be at night. But if I'm not starving and my family hungry, it's a sport. Now we've heard that the Indians ran buffalo off of cliffs. They were doing it because they were hungry. That's not much of a sport. They couldn't even use it all. Hundreds of them died. They went down there and got what they needed, and the rest of it the buzzards got. Take a picture of that.